Hello, everybody. Andrea Twarowski here. Thank you so much for coming on to watch this video that I am doing for all of you today. I'm just excited to make 2017 the best year ever. I mean, I know that may sound silly to some people because we pretty much say that every single year, right? Like at 2014, we were saying that 2015 is going to be the best year ever. At 2015, we were saying that 2016 is going to be the best year ever. And that's true, and that's life. You know, it's not normal to think, oh, well, this next year is going to be horrible. This next year is not going to be fun. This next year, I'm going to make life horrible. You know, that's not a normal, I'm sorry. That's not a normal way of thinking. A normal and a happy way of thinking is that the next year is going to be the best year ever. But you also have to keep in mind that maybe 2016 wasn't the best year for you. Maybe 2016 had some ups and downs, and that's okay. 2016 had some ups and downs for me also, you know, and that's just normal. You know, 2016, where I used to work at the dental office. You know, they were going through some changes where I was pretty much pushed out. Not pushed out because it was my decision to leave and pursue bigger and better things, but I felt more and more underappreciated. At some points, I felt unappreciated. At the beginning of 2016, I thought I may lose my job at the dental office because I decided to do things that office didn't agree with. They didn't agree with me doing my own thing and me changing my hours at that office, you know, having me say to them, well, I'm no longer working full time. I'm taking this day off and this day off to do my own thing. Well, they didn't like that. And I thought that they were going to let me go. But at that time, at the beginning of 2016, I wasn't ready to lose that income. And fast forward, in the middle of 2016, I said to them, I'm no longer working here because my own thing that I left to do at the beginning of the year is doing so amazing that I'm now doing that full time. So here's my letter of saying bye-bye. Thank you for everything, but I'm leaving. So some amazing things happened and some not so amazing things because nobody likes to feel underappreciated. Nobody likes to feel that them leaving to do their own thing is a horrible thing. And that's pretty much how I felt, right? So we all have our ups and downs. I went to Poland in June. I got engaged June the 21st. Yay. So that's amazing. That was a huge surprise, trust me. I've been dating Tom now, my fiance, for about 3 years, but he never once mentioned, I mean, he mentioned that he wanted to get married someday, but it wasn't I want to get married to you someday, you know, kind of thing. I knew that it would happen, as I'm sure we all kind of feel that way, but I wasn't expecting it to happen then and there. So that was a huge shock, and the ring is so nice, which was also a huge shock because I didn't think he was looking into shiny things, right? So, you know, I could go about my life all day, but this webinar isn't about me. It is about you. So take a second and just think about 2016. What were the amazing things and what were the not so amazing things? Because you have to think about the positive and the negative so that 2017 can be amazing. And 2017, there will be some ups and downs, but I will actually teach you how to look at more of the ups and to move past the negative things that will happen. Because if you're even thinking about starting your online business or you're not sure yet, let me be the first one to tell you, you will have your ups and downs because starting your own business is a new thing and you probably don't know a handful of people in your neighborhood, your, you know, friends, family. You probably do not know people who are starting their online business. So this is a new thing for you and you want to do it properly, right? Because there are so many people out there that start it, they have a hard time because they don't know how to push through it, and then they give up. And that's the worst thing that you can possibly do, is to give up on yourself. You know, be your best friend, so to speak, okay? Your best friend is the one who will always, always tell you, you can do this. You will do this. You just have to push through. So be that person to tell yourself every day. Tell yourself 5 times a day, if you have to, that you will push through and that you can do this, because you will have your ups and downs. I had an excellent year of 2016. I made about $26,000 selling courses alone. I wasn't expecting that, because in 2015, selling my courses alone, I made about $13,000 to $14,000, which I thought was amazing, because I didn't take it as seriously as I did this year. So I look back and say to myself that when I take things seriously and have my mind on something and have positive thoughts, amazing things can happen. So for 2017, I've already said to myself, well, if I can make if I can make $26,000 selling courses alone, that's it. That does not include any other income. If I can make $26,000 selling courses, in 2017, I am going to make $30,000 selling courses alone, okay? At least. Now, I'm the type of person where when I think of something, I tend to be more realistic than unrealistic. So I could say, well, in 2017, I'm going to make $500,000 selling courses. Well, even having say that out loud in my mind, I'm thinking, why did I even say that? I can't do that. How do I plan to do that? Am I going to be working, 24/7? That's not something that I want to do. So why am I saying to myself that I am going to make that much more selling courses? See, I'm just not that type of person. I prefer to think positive. So making a $30,000 selling courses makes more sense to me, because if I say plan to work another 2 hours every single day, or 2 hours extra every single week, I can make more money than I did in 2016. But it's not all about the money. It's about positive thinking too, and think about you and your life. So what are things that make you the happiest? Whether it be at work, in your personal life, what are some things that make you feel the most at ease and happy? There's no other word to use but happy. Now, for me, I love, and it makes me happy to not have to set an alarm in the morning, to just wake up when I wake up, which is usually 6:30, 7 a.m., 8 a.m. sometimes. But I love not having to set an alarm. I love not having to drive an hour like I used to every day into London to work 8:30 to 6:30. Maybe getting a half an hour lunch. Maybe getting a break to use the washroom. Like working at the dental office was crazy. I love not having to work at the dental office. That's just something that makes me happy. I love being able to tutor from home online. I love being able to help my students. That makes me happy. When I make a new mock exam package, that makes me happy. It takes me about 3 hours, sometimes 4, to make a good mock exam package. But that makes me happy. That doesn't feel like work. When I worked at the dental office, typically it did feel like work. When I was explaining something to a patient or making them feel less nervous, now that I loved. So even if you're not happy with your current situation at the moment, try to find something that you love and sort of hone in on that until you are able to change something. Because something that I also say, which you should think of for 2017, is that if there is something or a couple things or many things that don't make you happy, change it. You're the only one who can change it. You can't wake up and expect to make $10,000 extra that year. It's not going to happen. You can't wake up and think, okay, maybe today I don't have to travel an hour to work. Maybe today it's only going to be a half an hour. You can't just wake up and have those things happen. You have to actually change something to make that happen. So if you're working somewhere where you're not happy, change it. Look for something else. I'm not saying quit, have no money, and then have other problems, but look for something else. All day, every day, if you have to. All day, every day on the weekends. Look for something else that makes you happy. If you are traveling 2 hours to get to work and you're thinking, oh, geez, it would be nice to only travel, let's say, half an hour. Look for something else. You have to do something that makes you happy. If you're working 8 in the morning till 5:30 every day, you come home exhausted. What does that mean? You have to look for something else. Look for something else part-time, or start your own business like I did online. Do whatever you can to make yourself happy. Now, money is always an issue, but think of it as a positive issue. Try to stop thinking, I am never going to have enough money. I have to work so hard to make the money that I have to make. I am just never going to have the money that I want. Try not to think like that. Take every negative and put it into a positive. Think to yourself, well, if I started my own thing, I could make the money that I want to make. I could work less and make more money than I ever thought possible. If I didn't eat out every month, I would make more money by saving that money, which means I could take a day off twice a month. You know, try to think about positive things, because 2017 should be all about the positive. Now, something that I am going to do for 2017, which I have heard people do before, but I just never thought that I was that type of person, but I am going to be, is I am going to look online for positive quotes, and I will print out a lot of them. And I will post them all over my office, okay? So I'll post them over here. I'll post them over there. My screensaver, I will post something. So I am going to look for positive quotes and post them all over my office, so that if I'm having a not so amazing day, if I woke up, let's say, on the wrong side of the bed and I'm not thinking positive, all I have to do is go into my office, which I'm there all day sometimes, and look at those positive quotes and think positive. Because it's normal to not have those perfect happy thoughts every single day. It's normal, because life happens, right? Life is a roller coaster of ups and downs, ups and downs. It's normal. But that is why something like this is so important. Listen to a, positive thinking webinar. Listen to one every single day, every single Saturday, every single month even, whatever it takes. But listen to something positive to think positive. You have to be around positive people to think positive. I'll be the first one to admit to you that my side of the family doesn't tend to think positive. I don't know where I get my positivity from, honestly, I'm not sure. But my side of the family doesn't always tend to think positive. I'm sure my mom and dad, brother and sister are thinking positive, but they just don't speak positive thoughts, right? Whereas Tom's side of the family always seems happy. They always seem positive, right? So I have a nicer time with Tom's side of the family, because when I'm there, it is so easy to think positive and talk about positive things. Whereas my side of the family, when I see them, something negative always comes up. You know, something positive could come up every once in a while, but they're mainly on the negative side of the family. And if they're watching this, they know it's true. Somebody has to say it. I'm the positive one of my family, and I don't know where I get that from. But even me, with me being positive, if I'm surrounded by negative people, I start to think negative. Like, I don't know what it is, but usually, I'm being honest here, after I see my dad or sister or brother, and if they're talking negative or, sharing their negative thoughts, after that, I feel exhausted. Like, I feel so negative and so exhausted that I head home and I'm thinking, oh my God, I just don't feel good. I kind of want to have a nap and just hide from everybody. So if you're around negative people, you will constantly feel negative. So you have to be around positive people, which is why this, once again, is so helpful, because I'm sure you are all feeling like, okay, 2017 is going to be awesome, right? Because I'm being extremely positive because I'm a positive person. So if you're, say, watching a webinar of mine every week, you will feel positive. So I would even aim to watch a positive webinar when you have time, if it's every Saturday, every Thursday night, something. But watch it at least once every single week, at least, and think positive. Even if you're able to watch one every single morning, to think positive, because otherwise life gets in the way, because we are only humans. It's normal to feel negative, but don't feel negative for too long. Think positive, right? Okay, I just want to check my notes here. So what I want you all to do is, for 2017, even as you're thinking now, take a piece of paper and write down what you want 2017 to look like. So I had made a few notes for myself, but of course I probably won't be able to find it, right? Let's see. Okay, so I made some notes for myself here. Darn, what did I do with them? Isn't that funny? I just made the notes. Okay, here we go. So in 2017, I will make at least $30,000 a year selling my courses, at least. Now, at the dental office, I made about, I think it was $24,000, and that was working full-time and then part-time. That's crazy. So that was me traveling an hour every day to and from work. So that's 2 hours. Working not so nice shifts, 8:30 till like 6:30. So I was home by like 8. Getting a lunch, maybe a half an hour if I'm lucky. So I made less in my chosen career, where I paid up to, I'd say, about $100,000 for my school to become a restorative dental hygienist. So I made less in my chosen career than I did tutoring from home, okay? Anyways, let's think positive. If I didn't go to school, I would not have known that I wanted to be a dental assisting and dental hygiene tutor. I would not have started my online business. I would not have then realized how much I liked doing it, and then having to want to help other people start their own online business. So let's think positive here. Anyways, so I want to make at least $30,000 from selling my courses alone. So that's it. I want to write a book on Amazon that actually becomes a bestseller, right? I don't have a book in mind yet, but that doesn't matter. Just think of things that you want to do, okay? Because then at the end of 2017, you can look at your list and then say, okay, how many of those things actually worked out? And it will be all of them, because if you put your mind to something and then know what you have to do to reach every single one of those, You can do it. It's just a matter of thinking positive about it every day, not twice a year when you look at that piece of paper and think, oh yeah, I wanted to write a book and sell it on Amazon that becomes a bestseller. Shoot, I haven't even written that book yet. No, no, no. Don't write the list and then hide it, okay? Look at it often, but more importantly, think about what you have to do, okay? So having me say that I want to write a book on Amazon and have it be a bestseller, well, what do I have to do that? Well, I need to write an amazing book, right? And I don't even have any ideas yet, but that's okay because it's not even 2017 yet, right? I have time. I have to advertise it to make it a bestseller. So then how am I going to advertise it? So I have to think of all of these things. And then who am I going to advertise and sell the book to? You know, so I have to think of all of these things. So even me saying that I want my book to be a bestseller, well, that's nice and that's awesome. That's a good start, but you need to work further and decide the steps you need to take. So again, that's why it's so important to be a part of a course or a part of a program to help you through these things, okay? So let's say that I was part of a course and we were having a webinar online and I said, okay, so-and-so, whoever's hosting, I want to sell my book on Amazon. Can you help me? How do I do that? You know, so that would be easy for me to say, I don't know how to sell a book on Amazon. I don't have the time to do the research to sell a book on Amazon, so I'm just going to give up and it's not going to happen. That would be easy, right? That would be easy for me to say. But if I was part of a group or a mastermind of people who I could talk to online, so it's easy, I do not have to go anywhere. I could say, hey everybody, I would like to sell a book on Amazon. Can you help me? Like, what are the steps I have to take? And then somebody might say, oh, I've sold a book on Amazon. I can help you. So it's so important to surround yourself with positive people and who want the same things, right? Something else that I wrote down, Tom and I are getting married January the 6th of 2018, and our honeymoon, we are going to go to Bora Bora. It's expensive, not gonna lie. The prices we're looking at is about $15,000 for the two of us. And that's on the lower side of things. Yeah, not kidding. But you know what, you guys? It's a once in a lifetime thing. Tom and I don't have any kids. Tom and I are young, healthy. Now is the time for us to go. So for 2017, I want to save up enough money, at least $15,000 to pay for that lovely honeymoon. And our wedding, we're thinking, shoot, I just crunched the numbers yesterday. It will be a small one. It would be about $10,000, I believe, at the most, but I'll have to crunch those numbers again. So don't quote me on that. We're in the planning stages now, right? So who knows? That could change, but it will be a small one. So I want to save up, you know, at least $25,000 for Bora Bora and for the wedding. So my first one, where I said I want to make at least $30,000 selling courses, well, if I don't spend any of that money, that pays for our honeymoon and the wedding. So you see, that would be awesome, right? And it's going to happen because Tom and I will be saving up. We've already talked about it. We do love to eat out. You have probably heard me say this before. We love to eat out. We spend way too much money eating out. 1 month, we spent about $800. Seriously, I'm not even joking. 1 month, we spent $800, and that's, oh, I don't even want to say it, but that's almost average. That's way too much, you guys. So if we save, let's just say $800 a month, we'll be well on our way for Bora Bora and the wedding, right? So these are just some of the goals. I'm going to think about this more to write down a lot more, but see how you have to write things down and then think about it, but then you have to think about what you have to do. So let's just say if I had said that I want to save up $15,000 for Tom and I to take our honeymoon. If I don't have a plan about how I'm going to do that, How do you expect me to save up $15,000? I couldn't, right? You have to have a plan. So let's just say, hypothetically, if I said, I'm going to save $1,000 a month. Well, that helps too. But then, I'm sorry, but then you have to think, how am I going to save up $1,000 a month? I can't just save it up. How am I going to save it up? Do I even make enough to be able to save up $1,000 a month? If not, how are you going, or how am I going to make that extra money? So you have to think of the steps. And this is tricky to do on your own because it's so easy to think, okay, I can't save up $1,000 a month. There's no way. So then you just don't do it. And then you feel horrible, right? In let's say March, you think, okay, all these things that I had written down, I haven't even started. So I'm just not going to do it. You know what I mean? It's so easy to think like that. So that's why it does help to have this, right? To have me think positive for you when you're not thinking or feeling positive. You need the help, as so do I. I sign up for a new course every single year. In fact, I did sign up for a new one already for 2017. And we meet every week online. The host meets with us every week online. What am I trying to say here? For January and February, and then it's once a month. Okay, but that will help me think positive and be positive and do what I want to make that $30,000 at least to sell my courses. So we all need these things. You can't do it on your own. I'm sure you can, but it will be a lot harder and take you more time. And 2017 is all about thinking positive, right? Right? At least it is for me. So I'm going to print off some pictures, some amazing pictures of our honeymoon spot. We were looking at the Four Seasons in Bora Bora, but it's a little crazy expensive. So I think we're going to go one less, which will still be amazing, but maybe I will print off some pictures of the Four Seasons. And that will be my inspiration. So I am going to do what I have to do. And I'm going to do the same thing for Tom because he's excited to be saving some more money. But he's not always as positive as I am. He tends to think negative sometimes, as we all do. So I have to pick him up and say, okay, think positive. But I'm not home all the time, right? So I think I'll print off some pictures for him too and post them all over his office that he has, and that will help him, right? So think positive. Okay, so take a moment, you guys. Take a moment and think of some positive things. Think about what you want to do and what you want to accomplish in 2017. So if you're thinking about starting your own online business, write it down. But don't just think about it, have a plan for it. But even if you don't know everything yet, if you don't have a plan for everything yet, you guys, that's okay. I can help you, okay? I can help you because even I don't have a plan for everything, but I still make a note of it and then think about it later, right? Just think about it, make a note of it. I am here to help you. Okay, what else did I write down here? I just want to double check. So just another thing to mention, you know, some people just naturally aren't as motivated, not as excited, not as positive as some people, and that's okay. So if you are one of those people where you just naturally think on the negative side of things, that's okay. But you can change it, but only you can change it. So think positive. Do whatever you can to think positive. Even when I'm not thinking as positive as I probably should be, I have some essential oils with me. I'll just kind of show you. I have one for hope. Don't know if you guys can see that, but that just is supposed to instill, you know, hope. It's supposed to instill feeling confident. So I will put this on my neck, on my forehead, you know, to instill confidence. And then I have another one that I like to use because it smells amazing. Sunshine Spice. I love this because it just makes me feel happy. And Tom actually uses this too. If I notice he's not, feeling happy or he's a little bit down on something, I'll say, Tom, and then he'll say, okay, so whatever helps you to think positive, do what you have to do, okay? Let me just check my notes here. Okay, so that's pretty much what I had. Okay. Yeah, you guys, that's pretty much what I have. So what I want you all to do is think about it, okay? Think about seeing me every single week, okay, for a month. No, sorry, for 2 months. So for January and February, so for 2 months, think about seeing me every single week. I can help you with all of these things. So if you're stuck on something, if you had put down that you would also like to sell a book on Amazon and have it be a bestseller, but you're not really sure how to get there, let me help you, because that's what I want to do too, right? So that I can show you what I'm doing and what's working and what's not, because we all have those moments where we want to do something and we're trying to do something, but then it's like, okay, this really isn't working. Who can I ask to help me, right? That happens to me all the time. Like, I have made up courses and ebooks that just don't sell, or I've had maybe 2 people purchase it. And I'm thinking, okay, I put my heart and soul into this for like 6 months or, 2 months or whatever. Why is nobody buying? That's okay. We all have those moments, but we have to pick ourselves up, look at what's not working, and then change it. And that's harder to do by yourself. So let me help you. Let me help you. So you should sign up, okay, for that course. It is called Smile While You Work. Yay, smile while you work. For 2017, you guys, keep on smiling, where it is for 2 months, where I meet with you guys every single week for 2 months. I will have things for you to do. I will have videos to show all of you how to sort of step through it, okay? How to sell your book on Amazon, how to make a website, how to start your own business, whatever you want to do. So people who sign up, you tell me what you want. You tell me what you're not sure about or having troubles with, send me emails. I will probably make a group on Facebook. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need help with. Tell me the positives that are happening. And then every week, you, me, and everybody else, we will talk about it to make 2017 the best year ever. Because the first 2 months, in my opinion, are critical. Because if you start the first month, even the first 2 months, not working towards things on your list, you quickly become negative. You quickly say, okay, I can't do this. But if you start the first month, the first 2 months thinking positive and doing amazing things, the year will be amazing. And hey, you all can help me too, right? Because I had wrote a couple things down, so I may have a hard time. But let's all work together and talk about it, okay? I'm pretty excited about this. 2017 will be an amazing year for all of us. I just know it. Because if we work together, how could it not be, right? How could it not be? So, okay, I do hope this helped. If you need anything, see me inside the course, you guys. Smile while you work. The link is on the bottom. Sign up. It's $20. $20 for 2 months. So technically that's $10 a month, you guys. How awesome is that? That's pretty cheap because I'm not here to make money. I'm not. $10 a month isn't going to make me much, right? But I don't care because I am here to help all of you. Let's talk about it. Let's have a good time. Let's make 2017 awesome. So the link is on the bottom. To sign up. I will see you guys all soon because it's almost the end of the year, right? Almost. We're almost there. 2016 is almost over. Yay. Okay. I will see you guys all inside the course. Talk to you soon. And think positive. Think positive.